Okay, so what is the film about? In fact, what does the film tell us? To be particular, in our examination, we conclude that the majority of the film is about how innocence can prevent us from the dark side of the world, the true darkness in which most reality is based on. In fact, the introduction from the film even started with some questionable nature in which the element or evidence one might say about the true face of reality. The male, Ali and Salim, both are assumed to be smugglers as shown in first 1 minute of the film.
On that note, we can also see within the scene of the two smugglers what comes next was about a brotherly love of affection between siblings and the true storyline of what seems to be the objective or a problem to be solved within the film, which is solving a dispute about the soccer field as in the film. The director, Jeff Piet, in directing this film, will use the bond between the siblings to relate toward the goal of the film, which is giving light toward the issue of abandoning our innocence. Will the world be a better place if people see it as it is? Not giving a damn thing about what's behind that smile or what's the reason this happened. Things should be taken without any prejudice, like what young Abdullah did in the film, where he would praise the local soccer player Mahrez, 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 while the older would just spoke bad things about him, making the younger of the sibling not believe in the goodness of him. To further simplify the action, I'm passing this on to my partner, Idaham, to continue our review.
Thank you, my friend, for for the great explanation. Next, I would like to point out something interesting. If we look into this film, besides Abdullah, Ali can also be seen as someone naive, not as innocent as young Abdullah, but he doesn't seem as matured as Salim in the film. This resulted them in losing the package because Ali didn't think much about the situation and put the incorrect song, which was supposed to be Adele instead of Adele. In this situation, we can conclude that to never bring about inexperienced person into a job which isn't suitable for their nature, because if the person is responsible or attuned to the job of certain things, they would probably find a way or make do or absolutely make sure that they complete the task or the job that they are assigned to. In addition to this, during the presence of the drug with the two boys, the older brother had a choice whether to dispose of it or keep it. And of course, from what we can see with Muhammad's attitude, with his cynical nature, even during the road trip from the soccer match to the home prior to meeting with the donkey, he would mock and explain what the reality in his head to other people. Well, in this situation, his brother. So, with the drug in his possession, he want to live. He want to live his current lifestyle and join what is the big boys club, or essentially the underworld. So some might say there are many names, but let's just say that under and the is the dark side of the plane. Okay, so he would take the drug and dive headfirst into the pit, hoping to grab a rope with the local gang there. Fortunately, the powder was missing when they came to fetch it. Whole and behold, it was young Abdullah taking it to the field. With his innocence to solve a problem, naivety, if you can say, he took the powder, which he assumed to be a laundry powder, and make a border, this solving the dispute of no of currently being no border for the football match to proceed as normal. This also in result saved young Muhammad from making the worst decision he could ever make in his younger year. Now I would like to pass it to my friend Faris to end the talk or the review.
In short, the film inspired or invoked the goodness of having a little naivety in ourselves. Sometimes the littlest thing often will save us from a bad day. Thinking too heavily about something that hasn't happened or making assumptions based on our dirty mind isn't what best for the world. Sugarcoating might not be the best way, but children should be meddling into the adult side of the world. Heck, even adults should delve themselves into it, less garner themselves into unfortunate situations like Ali and Sunny.